Welcome to the series on a real-world project with WordPress and BuddyPress. This is the first part of two videos where I explain the backend setup and code behind of the header, this one right here. So let's get started. Welcome back to the members profile page. In this video, we're going to talk about only this block right here, this header block. And before we get into the details, we have to talk about the template, which I mentioned before in the previous video, but let's go all the way to the end of the page. And this is where template file name is, index type athlete.php. So let's go to the code. All right, so we're at the backend code, and to locate this template, we have to go under themes. And this is my theme name, and the BuddyPress folder. This is where all the templates are, then members, and then single, and right here, index type athlete.php. All right, so to begin with, this page has a whole bunch of variables. It's collecting from various places. We'll get back to it, when we're explaining that specific part. But for now, let's just go find our header. All right, so to locate this, let's go here and try to find this guy right here. It has an ID of large profile header. This is the block we are going to talk about. So let's go find large profile header right here. It's from a little bit down from the top and right underneath of BP wrap and the top filter nav bar, which is, by the way, this guy right here, but we'll get back to it. That's why I minimized it for now. It's a pretty big one. So now let's go look into this section. At the very beginning, we see we have a Bootstrap fluid container, a Bootstrap row here, and right underneath we have a 3-column block where I am calling in the athlete image box, which is this guy right here, and I'm using this function BP displayed user avatar, and I'm getting the full-size image. And right underneath that I have a 5-column block which I'm calling the title box, and bringing in the athlete title using BP core get user display name and passing along the user ID, which we know we collected all the way to the top right here. And this display name is actually showing up right here, Brent Summer. And this tiny block right here, this golf, which is representing the sports this user or member is associated with, is being displayed here. This one is declared up top around here, and here I'm using the xProfile get field data function, and I'm providing it with the field ID and the user ID to collect that information. Let's go check at the WordPress backend. We are at the WordPress backend, and let's go to the user, go here, and we find our athlete one, Brent Summers, and we have two types of profile in here, and the extended one is given to us by BuddyPress, and we're going to go to the extended one right here. And once we do, we can see the sports field right here. This is where the golf was chosen, and this is where it's showing up. And also, just to go into a little bit more detail, we need to go under the profile fields. This is where these are being set up. Just the very next one, the third one, is the profile field. And if we go click on the edit, we end up here. This is where the field is built, the choice of all the sports. But most importantly, we have to look at right here, the field ID 49. This is where we're collecting this field ID from, and that 49 is being passed along here, and the user ID, thus we're collecting the sports as golf, and around here we are echoing that sports, thus showing up right here. Now let's focus on this little block right here, the view counts. I'm calling this block athlete meta. That's what I'm using to style them. And the visitor count information I'm collecting into this variable, total profile visit, using this function. Visitors get profile visit count, and I'm passing along that user ID. Interestingly, this function is coming from a plugin. Let's go back to the WordPress backend. This is the plugin in question, BuddyPress Recent Profile Visitors. But I'm not using this function as it's supposed to in a usual way. All I'm doing is using its functions, like right here. And this variable I'm using right here, echoing it right here with font awesome icon, which is right here. Okay, I've just run out of time. So on the next video, we're going to focus on this verified profile field and this block right here. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. This will help me bring more free contents like this to you every week. Thanks again.